Family them, una good morning, una good afternoon, una good evening. Me, not the CEO of Voice of Salone. As we all did the break on the latest news around Sierra Leone, concerning politics and other matters them around Salone. Please, I want to make una subscribe on my YouTube channel. And we also there on Facebook, Voice of Salone, also there on TikTok, Voice of Salone, and also there on Instagram, Voice of Salone. So all inside there, I want to also when I go there, if you want to see Voice of Salone, just tap chat say Voice of Salone, or if you go Google, you chat say Voice of Salone, and they come also. So my family, please, as I tell you now, I'm not going to subscribe and share to now friends them, so that the message should go wide. So please, at the left now, okay, that's it.
Hello, Sierra Leoneans. This is the voice of the unshakable, commonly known as Mr. Salone. As today, made for the 14th of June 2025, please, Sierra Leoneans, wanna listen and share this message. Today, I get a very important information again for bring out to every Sierra Leoneans. The case you hope, the most you hope, Osai we old, na day we go old. Nothing no go make we left there, and nothing no go make we come out there. The case you hope, the most you hope, the truth, na it go last, and the truth shall set we free. You know, fellow Sierra Leoneans, as like they always tell una for say, very soon we go understand the truth. Very soon we go sabi the truth, and to seal it all, we shall celebrate the truth. Let me go no more, we must reach the. You know, fellow Sierra Leoneans, as I can always tell una for say, please let me not forget for go to call on each and every Sierra Leonean. Let us not forget for we pray against bad politicians. Let us not forget for we pray against bad leaders. And also, let us not forget for we pray against bad social media bloggers, bad social media activists. Let we all God which we to answer them. So we not get juju, we not get gun, we not get soldier, we not get police, but we get God. And this God who we serve, then they can fight this battle for we. Whatever thing we see they happen at Sierra Leone, whatever confession we see, whatever which they prove, hey, you know they happen because of we sabi talk. You know they happen because of we find face. You know they happen because of we get money. It happen because of we pray as we they pray. Any individual or group of people we don't gang up together for destroy democracy in Sierra Leone. May God make through the prayers we they pray as a Muslim or as a Christian. May God continue for disgrace the people and they day by day. May God continue for they expose them day by day, and may God destroy them with their families, and may God take happiness from them with their families. Let we all pray as them with two hands. Them any leaders or politicians we don't stand up for destroy liberty in Sierra Leone, where they fight against with 2024 election, with 2023 election. May God make through the prayers that we pray. May God destroy the people and they with their families, and may God take happiness from them, fellow Sierra Leoneans. Any social media bloggers, social media activists, we don't stand for propagating lies news in the favor of these rogue and selfish politicians. Any social media bloggers or activists, we don't stand for propagating lies news against the people of Sierra Leone in the interest of the selfish and rogue politicians. May God make through the prayers the more we pray. May God destroy them with their families. May God disgrace them day by day, and may God take happiness from them with their families. May God continue for the expose them day by day. Let we all pray as them with we two hands. God, they fight this battle for we. Right? So fellow Sierra Leoneans, please let me not forget for we pray for the one that we don't stand for the electoral justice. Let me not forget for the pray for the one that we stand for the fight, so we don't fight on social media. Let me not forget for the pray for His Excellency Samura Kamara and in loyalists that we stand with him for fight for the June 24th, 2023 election. Let we all we pray as them with two hands. God, they fight this battle for we. Yeah, fellow Sierra Leoneans. And sadly enough, again, I have to send a condolence message to Mr. Kewu or Pakewu. I received a very sad message from you. But I want to let you know, say, you love your wife the most, but God love and pass you. You understand? I want you take heart on behalf of every sober-minded social media activist. I want to send a very big hush to you. And also, when I see the team of His Excellency Samura Kamara when they pay a visit to you, I want to let you know, say, you love your wife, but God love and pass you. Dear, today you don't lost your wife and Mrs. Kewu, and also again you don't lost your Pekin, you beloved Pekin when Sherifu Kewu with this government, this SLP party, they beat him, can't go to Benghazi, go poison this man. When this man commits a loss in life. We know the pain when you don't go through, Pakewu. We know the pain when you don't go through. But I want you know, say God go fight justice for you. All the APC people them when they add day per Sherifu Kewu in Taiwan, all the one that will sell Sherifu Kewu in life to Mother Bio, God go rain justice for you, Pakewu. Today you don't lost your wife again. May God cover you and may God give you long life and prosperity. May God continue for bring peace and harmony in your house. Papa dear, na for take hearts. Easy. You don't lose your big boy Pekin and you don't lose your beloved wife again. May God cover you and may God give you long life and well body. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, today we all don't see what's in the happen on social media. Right? And we all don't see what's in the go on in Sierra Leone. As His Excellency Samura Kamara say, this na a marathon race. Now, what I want to know, plenty people will start this race together, but Kuma no go able for reach because they don't get the pace, they don't get that heart for run this race. So whatever thing we una see in media today, I want to take am say it normal. Whatever thing una see na the APC today, I don't tell una for say even the day for Samura Kamara inauguration, people they come out and they confess which. God they come out and expose people them. Yeah? When I look at APC Matras, we call himself Diana Konomani, how he exposed himself again the day before yesterday. When I look at how he disgraced himself again the day before yesterday. Una feel say this thing dey happen because of Mr. Salone sabi talk. Una feel say this thing dey happen because of Captain Milton is sabi talk. Una feel say this thing dey happen because of Encyclopedia is sabi talk. Una feel say this thing dey happen because of Morima or Ambassador is sabi talk. No, this thing dey happen because of we prayers and when we dey pray. It is not about wetin we dey talk on the media. It is about the reality. And they see so many people dey forward that videos there to me. Hey, listen, what in Diana Konomani talk? Listen, the lie, we don't go lie. Listen to this. I want to know, say 80% of what in Diana Konomani talk by that video, not true. Yeah? 80% of what in Diana Konomani talk by that video, not true. But the day where he go talk, that rubbish day, fellow Sierra Leoneans, the following day, where he see waiting he then show him from Twitter. Though we don't say you don't read them. Waiting himself see from the EU ambassador to Sierra Leone. Now they go no say he don't disgrace himself. The other Konomani, you don't disgrace yourself, but you exposed yourself through the prayers of every Sierra Leonean. Yeah? You don't disgrace yourself, but you expose yourself. But now what thing I want, fellow Sierra Leonean, I don't see people they ask questions about this money where the international community don't give to civil society activists them, some media outlets them for making them come and promote the recommendations that will come out that the tripartite for 6 months. Some man they say, hey, they don't come another 6 months back into this thing. Some man they cry, I go come and break them down for una. Yeah? But now what thing I want to know, this race what we dey fight na a marathon race, just like wetin His Excellency Samura Kamara talk. Right? Una see when the EU, the American ambassadors or the American government, right, the United Nations, when they come together, they disburse money to civil society activists them na Sierra Leone, I think 5 of them, with some media outlets them, for propagate the recommendations them wey comot na the tripartite. Una feel say na by Alaki we dey on social media? Una feel say na Samura Kamara una dey fight? Una feel say na Mr. Salone una dey fight? Una dey fight democracy. We are fighting for our democracy. Samura Kamara dey fight for democracy. Samura Kamara no dey fight for me, e no dey fight for you, e dey fight for democracy. And fighting for democracy meaning you don't fight for Sierra Leoneans. Right? Fellow Sierra Leoneans. But there is one thing we I want fellow to understand. Democracy has won this particular battle. Right? For let una see them people they also come out first, they give $1.5 million for pay people them for go sit up and this tripartite for 6 months. Una feel say they are lucky. Now they don't come and disburse all that money again for pay, for make them promote wetin dey inside the recommendations them for 6 months. Una feel say they are lucky. This 6 months promotion where they ask let people them go to do now radio stations them, now TV stations them, it not gets nothing for do with the implementation or for say maybe now after the 6 months. Not all them people they also get for kind implement so. The one they want to implement then they come. Right? But waiting the APC as a party for do now in the international community now they can do for them so for free of charge. Right? So they are not doing it for APC, they are not doing it for Samura Kamara, neither Madabio, they are doing it for democracy. Now make they always love to say, me want for see Mr. Salone, I stand on democracy. I don't stand by waiting Samura Kamara they talk or by what Madabio they talk. I stand on democracy. Let me see who side Madabio they win fight against democracy. Let me see who side these few executive of the APC that they win fight against democracy. When una be the right, una let us them. Hey, APC executive, we don't endorse Madabio, we don't do this. What I tell una? I say we get over 3 million people that will come out on the 24th of June go vote. If you una able to forget the signature of them, over 3 million people in there, where go be all we go vote, they come and talk for us, okay, now we vote against Madabio yesterday, but now we don't vote against them again. Let Madabio continue because of the good work they do. I say them go listen to una. Right? But una feel say now just few less than 10 people them they go pen down signature in the name of main opposition party. So we endorse Madabio for destroy democracy. Una feel say that's going to be the listen to una. Now una look at what's una dey now. Yeah. This same international community where they call international community this, international community that. Hey, if na any other summer political party, if na any other summer country, these tripartite recommendations will come out. The APC party for them at the forefront, they for the diaspora, they for the BBC, they for the Al Jazeera, they for the CNN, they for the AYV, like Kailo Radio, whatever media outlets they for they propagate waiting there inside these recommendations. Them they propagate the implications. If you fail for abide waiting the inside the recommendations, but they fail for do that. Why make una place that lawyer goes to on AYV television where he read the according to him say where he don't read the communique. He say if he be there part of the government, for the ever allow for making a sign with Samura Kamara because he know what's in the inside, right? He know what's in the inside. When I visit that man a full man. When I see the past sidom, it is sign, it is smile. Man, be always stupid. So when I go to the communicator one, 4 hours. Now inside they take, if you come back for count for man be your sign. Because he know what's in the inside. They say if I sign this, what's a problem for me? Why make una feel say man be your sack this guy? I think Gaima. Because according to him, like Gaima don't sell them so for put us outside this sort today. Yeah. The una sit down, democracy down, they are past 2028, but we go reach day. Now una see the APC When are they for the call people in the diaspora say, hey, una come oh, no pay money for gonna no go pay for slots oh na AYV, no go pay for slots na SLBC, no go pay for slots na Tumac Radio, no go pay for slots. The only radio station where they talk about this tripartite na Uda, Charlie Mahoy, Tumac Radio. For free. You know, collect that, you know, because they do the work as journalists. Presenter them. You understand? So waiting the international community they do so for give money to the people they are so make them propagate, make them talk about waiting there inside the recommendations them because for let tomorrow the grassroots because what Marabi do first Marabi know the implication if the grassroots know waiting there inside that particular communique Marabi know what go happen to from the SLP Marabi know what go happen if the grassroots know waiting there inside communique yeah. If the grassroots understand what's in the inside, that 84 when now don't go 85 recommendations. If the grassroots know what's in the inside, man, be not qualified. What you do? It must to all the civil society activists them. It must to all the journalists in Sierra Leone. It must to all the radio stations them and the TV stations them. They not know they talk about this. It must to the APC. PRO them. They don't know they talk about this. If you have for a hear about tripartite, or at least you can have social media. That's all. So now what's happening now? The international community don't take the bull by the horn or say we they can't pay una now. For 6 months, una for they talk about this every day. For 6 months complete because tomorrow make Samura come and talk for say oh they can't seize advantage from me oh let me not talk say oh they can't seize advantage from me oh so the people need for know exactly what's in the inside that 85 as soon as this APC materials go talk on Falaba una see the day we go talk on Falaba the following day yesterday na in the EU ambassador na Salone na he go tweet. Now, the international community will not ever talk about tripartite. Then why say tripartite electoral justice? Then they always talk about tripartite and the recommendations and resolutions. You understand the reforms. But now the man don't put on a clear one tripartite electoral justice. Therefore, implement the 85 crucial recommendations them. You understand? Let una know say not see what they for even joke with, right? Now not 84 again, no, because the 80 what they talk about and I say okay, this is like electoral reforms. Now you want to talk about. Now you want to tell the people them. Before now you want to call it divergence views. APC said this, SFP said no, we not agree at this. Now we agree. The one who make 5. That's now the positions of the international community. When I get them clear, all I go over again. Right? When I say when I get 80 recommendations, that's now waiting when I agreed on what they call electoral reforms. That's now for review some things, then put laws, new laws, this, that, blah, blah, blah. The 4 we they call 84. The 4 now divergent views. Now me win, no, not me win. When you result, when you prove, I not get me, I didn't prove this. Now ECS and I announce me, I ask them. This that 4. The one will make 5. What are the one? Now the positions of the moral guarantors, the international community, the United Nations. Now, I made it don't go 80. What are we talking about? Una go read the man in tweets where he tweets. The AU ambassador na Salone. 85. Una feel like cassava leaf like go eat if you go talk. Right? Waiting APC for do. Now in sit down. Now we find neighbor do for them. Una feel say APC go sit down. Now they go ask APC. The APC can destroy democracy in Sierra Leone. I don't tell them say hey, democracy will win this fight. Yeah, democracy will win this fight no matter how una turn up. 85 recommendations. They are very crucial, according to the EU ambassadors in Sierra Leone. Right now, they are talking about waiting electoral justice. You understand? Now make the man say the 85, they all agreed. They not mix for convergence and divergence and convergence or divergence. They said you 85 agreements. They agreed on that. Who said they agreed? Now been to man in that 3 days. What did they agreed on? Whatever recommendation what they get from the tripartite shall be implementable and actionable. So they agreed on that. So even if the recommendations then go self 98, they agreed on that. The two parties, Manabio sign and Samura Kamara sign. Whatever recommendations what we get from the tripartite so they can set up, whatever found is what we get, anything what we get from it shall be implementable and actionable. So now make the EU ambassador to Sierra Leone said the 85 recommendations now waiting they agreed on. So they are very crucial. So fellow Sierra Leoneans, why we for Sidon made them guy can fool? Right? Una see the SLP they talk rubbish. But let me listen first about to what in APC Matras in talk. Yeah. Now there, when I tell enough for say APC Matras a message, it gets 80% truth. People don't understand. Yeah. Wetin e go talk to the people of Alaba, 80% na true. Yeah, I want to understand this. And not make anybody misquote me, fellow Sierra Leoneans. Now, wetin he say? He says Samura Kamara need for can tell people in the truth. Samura Kamara na the only person wey sabi the truth. That among them we go there. Fellow Sierra Leoneans, na like Eli Pauna. If this Samura Kamara, when I the only person wey sabi the truth, e don come and tell you for say the elections are not yet over until they are over. What the F is Diana talking about? If this Samura Kamara, when are the only person wey sabi the truth, don can tell you for say it is not yet done and dusted. What is the F Diana Konomani talking about? If this Samura Kamara, when are the only person wey sabi the truth, don can tell we recently for say in the call on the international community wey dey in charge of the transition na Sierra Leone, they need for fast track time for the electoral reforms and we electoral for the democracy na Sierra Leone. Which truth you want for Yeri again from Samura Kamara? You see, if na people away sober, now the day before you so, as soon as you use that word, they for stone you straight, then you go call Samura Kamara like and tell it true. Because you cannot talk about something you don't know anything about. So far as you don't use the word say now Samura Kamara one grain sabi the truth about this electoral justice, so shut the F up about electoral justice. Right? If in a court, then I can manage also say I'm not the true. Now this person has to be the true. Then they kick him out of the box. If in a jail lesson and they start for Lagos, or they kick him out if in a witness they call him for. I go follow or listen to somebody who don't tell you plain for say ain't not sabi the truth, ain't not know the truth. The only person who know the truth now Samura Kamara. Well, shut up and go call Samura Kamara or you go to him. But you know what? It is part of the process. Then you know stop there. What did he talk again? He said, "What in they know now SLPP Don't they na power so till 2028, and then no dey joke with that day, fellow Sierra Leoneans. Papa God, una hear wetin he talk. Na SLPP don dey na power and they don dey there now for 2028, and dem no go joke with that. Wetin that tell you? So you wey call yourself say you na APC member or supporter or grassroots, that common man wey be say you believe you hard work for making money, wey Diana he believe for opening elect them for let minister dem go give am $10,000 or $20,000, una go sit down dey find kind people there so wey don stand for protect a stolen mandate. Una go see the talk. He said they no dey joke with Madabio instead of power, meaning that they go sacrifice their life now for Madabio. Wetin that for tell una? That guy also don eat pass wetin dem suppose for eat, and this woman na former minister o. And all of them know say Madabio don put them all under a handpiece. Madabio know them all, right? Madabio know them all. For that this woman talk for say they no go joke with Madabio in the one power. When already so past 2028, wetin that for tell you? Let me continue.
Let me run go for this fire. You know, keep anybody, but at the back, right? Whether that they win or not, so they win or the fact remains that at the end of government and we as a party are ready for run for 2028. So that's Samura Kamara.
Now there, why either na dem win or not to dem win but the fact remains na dem dey in governance. Dem as a party for ready for run for 2028. That's na the only justifiable reason wey dem get for wetin for let Madabio continue. Why? Because na dem dey in governance. I want to ask APC Matthias one question. 2028 election wey dey come, according to una, Madabio get for comot na power, then e make APC carry na power, then APC conduct the 2028 election. Madabio get for withdraw from governance and make APC carry into governance and APC conduct the election. Una get the agreement with Madabio according to you, because for them you tell for say either na dem win or not dem win else na dem dey in governance. Una for prepare for 2028, and na this same Madabio therefore appoint the next commissioner. Na this same Madabio therefore appoint the IG. Na this same Madabio therefore appoint the chief of defence staff. Na this same Madabio gets the police and the military. Na this same Madabio gets the ONS. Na this same Madabio gets the administration, gets the money, gets the country for una election 2028. So if Madabio see fly election dey back, hence na dem dey in governance, una go allow them back, make dem continue, una go prepare back for 2033 election. Then we still get empty-headed people in Afalaba, they clap for him. You understand? Where it be said, Diana Konomani owe a great apology as an APCian, because when Madabio, the announcer say he win election, Diana Konomani pull set na door for 3 days. They jubilate victory. Una know where he stand? Then now wait, what he say now? How Madabio day to governance, 2028. They know they joke with that day. Meaning they ready for sacrifice their life for Madabio. Then they say Diana Kamara can't lie. You know can't lie you. Now fact he can't talk. Yeah? No chance I told them for say with this executive, what the way they saw our power. Hey, we get election 200 times na Sierra Leone. The SLPP go in power for 200 times na Sierra Leone. Yeah? Una the grassroots, una not sit down and focus and pay attention. Elect we get an election 200 times na Sierra Leone. The SLPP will remain for them in governance for 200 times na Sierra Leone. Because the APC former executive from Anescoma, but they all na half bit. Diana Colomani from 3 and they stop. Anescoma, if fail na college, still they get allowed to pass. They all na half bit. You understand? They don't know nothing about governance. You understand? For let the other economy the open most, they told the guy what they also say. Either matter be they win election or they don't win election or now then they in governance. So if they come back 2028 and cook out any kind of figure and announce themselves as the winner, now so like the same APC goes to the back say okay, now then they in governance. Let we left them for next election. The una the grassroots, una sidom. Una see after the meeting, when you don't talk rubbish, now say una all off the camera. Now they shape good at the money and let's come my mother be give for can give una. You understand? He say wetin, now una all off una camera them. He shape good at the money and tell una the people always send up because if you do your mission. What do you do for attack Samura Kamara? So if they guys also get an election 2028, they get two people that for go after. For me, they go win first election. Right? Because the APC, the boss will then go put as the flag there according to them. Now no more. Yeah, Papa God. But still you tell God thank you. If you never be if Madam be go away with this, the APC gets challenges because one. They get a lot of time for confuse the people of Sierra Leone. For me, they will believe in them for waiting they don't do to Samura Kamara, waiting they do to them for this election. And then get a lot of time back again for confuse the people of Sierra Leone, for tell them about Madabio. And you don't get that for talk about Madabio. So if you read and economy, they talk this kind of trash because it gets direct benefits from the SLPP. How can an opposition somebody, former minister, they talk for say this Madabio don't get power, so they no go joke with that. Meaning anybody will talk against Madabio, so they ready for order for me to arrest the person or they will kill the person. We are getting there, fellow Sierra Leoneans. God.
I like you, you are my friend. Tell Sierra Leone the truth. You want to be the truth. Come out and tell them the truth. Tomorrow I'm ready for
I like this part. Now you want to be the truth. So if Samura Kamara, you see, if in a country like Ghana, this woman sit down before grassroots and they talk this word, like they just turn and get us before them. You don't open your mouth say now you want to be the truth. Come out and tell people the truth. And this man not they come out and tell we the truth. The elections are not yet over until they are over. It is not done and dusted. You understand? And don't tell me the truth several times. He said the fight is over. He just left with the international community now with their own. You understand? So waiting at the truth where you are medieval can talk. You don't tell you for say you not sabi nothing but the truth. And as Kumar where they send una, not sabi nothing but the truth. Me kind where they send una, no nothing but the truth. You send us Samura Kamara one. Una go ask Madabio, him back sabi the truth. Una even Madabio they talk. Una ye Madabio they challenge Samura Kamara. Where he make big fool for send police to Samura Kamara, this that. Una go ask Madabio waiting in the face. Yeah, so then they pass. Oh, Samura don't go Kamalo. Samura don't Kamalo. The last time they say Samura come, he can't Ghana. It did to me in Ghana. Samura come and they come off free tongue. Take Kamalo where they pass over 10 checkpoints in the road. They no pick Samura Kamara up. So now you no pass so. Madabio sabi and they say this. Madabio know who say Samura Kamara dey. The APC know Agbashe Tani one in Abuja. He knows say Samura Kamara dey. Right? Me kind of big fool India, Papa India knows Usai Samura Kamara Day. Them all know, but if you then tell Una Usai Samura Kamara Day, that's go begin for expose the reality about waiting they go on. Right? So if una they cook all kind of story, oh Samura Kamara don't come out, oh Samura Kamara don't run away, oh they out of the county, hey, they just want for play with our mind. If Madabio tell us say, now then so people them, now then they would Samura Kamara. Now then the next question is why the people also they protect this man? What's the benefits? What's the reason? What's going to happen tomorrow? Una go know the truth. So the best of it, or the best they can do is for fade una mind off the reality. Right? So when I get this, when I get the reality, let me continue with this teaching message.
Any backlash, any cause, for me to say directly to you that please, my dear, tell the people the truth. Let them know. Tell you are a third man then. Tell your strong lieutenant. These are people who get positioned in the party. Up to today, they're not even great people campaign for no election for me to vote for. So you are making them lose their position.
The problem where people get now with the APC executive, wetin Samura Kamara don do for stop the party. From when Mada BO thief the election, I no ever hear Samura Kamara make an pronouncement for say let every Sierra Leonean no go na APC party office. I no ever hear that. If you don't hear that, send that to me. I no ever hear Samura Kamara talk say make any Sierra Leonean no go and verified. I no ever hear that. I no ever hear Samura talk say make nobody not participate into any APC activities. I no ever hear that. So the problem is why they're so confused. Now una they go all meeting them. Now una they go all meetings them. Now una they go all meetings them. But una still get problem with Samura Kamara where una still talk say una don't know Samura Kamara in whereabouts. Or is it that Samura Kamara in a party office? Now make the party no they move on with the work. Una tell we. Because the people them know the reality. Salone today, not on Salone yesterday. They don't need Mr. Salone for canceling for saying thief on an election. They know. They don't need anybody for canceling for saying thief on an election. Yeah? But I didn't see also what we see in Sierra Leone, then when the grassroots turn back on them, now they go after Samura Kamara. What is Samura Kamara do? Samura Kamara never stop anybody say no for APC material. You can open your leg for any person who have open your leg for. Samura Kamara never stop anybody say no for Lansana or no for Mikailu. You understand? But the people know the reality, they know the truth there. As you don't make it clear for saying now only Samura Kamara know the truth. So what you have for talking about again? So this is a declaration now. Diana Konomani don't make it now say every grassroots na Sierra Leone, every members of the APC, of the SLPP, you will foresee the democracy na Sierra Leone restored. Listen to His Excellency Dr. Matthew Wilson Samura Kamara. This is not a declaration he do because he said let una not listen to Lansana rubbish show. Make una not listen to Minkailu Mansare rubbish show. Make una not listen to INSSF in rubbish show. Make una not listen to this Agbashetani na Abuja rubbish show. He said una listen to Samura Kamara because na in one grain sabi the truth. So waiting this thing wants for let una do again. Then you say people they can't cause you. No, una guys have cause you. Right? So, fellow Sierra Leoneans, why we for season the waste bullet and condo?
Position. And that is unfair. Because they believe in you, they love you. Tell them the truth, and you must be the truth about the truth.
So, where I tell them say 80% of what's in this city talking at true, now it's not a joke, yeah? Because the people that believe in Samura Kamara, they love Samura Kamara, and as Samura Kamara, one grain sabi the truth of electoral justice. So the best they should do is they should sit down and wait for the speech of His Excellency Dr. Matthew Wilson Samura Kamara. You understand? No more, no less. Hey, Diana Kondomani. Gone are those days. Usa una go take the people of Sierra Leone for granted. Gone are those days. We know how una do for get again the people there, so how una promise them. The money una so una they can't give them. We know. Now you make after the meeting where you don't talk you trash, they don't make the video done for Senate for le and then Skoroma go say yes, you say don't fulfill your mandate. Let me be also say yes, you say don't fulfill your mandate. You say what thing una off camera because all the one them where he invites, he promised them all money. Let me continue.
We need to bring closure. We need to bring down the costume on this tragedy. We don't come on for Independence Day. I don't know who's taking you. I don't think people choose again. I don't know when I will take you on the side. So please, bring closure to this issue of the tragedy. Let me focus.
I want to state this particular nonsense. Samura Kamara, neither any of the sober-minded social media bloggers them not ever come out and tell anybody for saying na XYZ that they go announce Samura Kamara or with democracy will be restored. Right now, una they come and can fix dates, then una come back and say, oh, that this and then now una they come and can look the last time I see Richard Conte. Of all people, they go fix date, say on the 27th, they say they can't give someone. Richard Conte of all people. So now una they go and beat, now they dance back to una tune them. So but we don't get una time. Yeah? Fellow Leoneans.
On all the 80 points that we get.
80 points. No delay.
80 recommendations.
80 recommendations that come out of the
Don't they correct ourselves? It's like instead of him charge 80 recommendations. You know, do myself not even know the exact points. Now I see what did they stand on 80 recommendations. So when they really know for yes, then they remove themselves from the 4 recommendations. Now the EU ambassador don't come add now the one when at the position of the international community. Now I make one for saying a tripartite committee. The APC send representatives, the SLPP send representatives. When the head of the SLPP na Emmanuel Gaima, now Malabi don't sack him because of Malabi don't see what Emmanuel Gaima put up. The head of the APC na Kelfala Mara. And the international community that gets representative. So after the two parties they don't argue. The one with the middle as the referee, they serve the sidom, go with everything, the evidences of the APC and the non-evidences of the SLPP and the ECSL. Because Madabio say, now ECSL announce them as the winner. ECSL say, now them gets the right for announce. They say, bring out the results. He said that classified information. Then calling Fali say this particular result not classified. If I be Fali say no, there is nothing about classified. They only classified. I think Fali mentioned 2 or 3 things they want classified. One, the person where to go vote for. That is not classified. Now only to you and you God sabi you let you go vote for. He mentioned some things them. He said, but the results are for the people. So now the weight man they don't go put 2 to 4, they don't get the 1. So now they don't add them. They say that 85 recommendations and they shall be implementable and actionable. 85 agreed crucial recommendations. This is not from the EU ambassadors in Sierra Leone. Una go watch the tweet. Yeah? So a lot of them must say, hey, it is not about all this rubbish that they give from the APC and the SLPP or this or that. Una go come and try for confuse the grassroots. Una go come and try for fool the grassroots. Una go come and try for fool. But the fact of the matter is the democracy. The one who they fight for democracy, maybe they're not in the media self. Maybe the past fear of we get small opportunity for me to listen to we reduce them. But they know outside their stance. Now make when they see any shake, we see slam, they write letter straight, they go knock at the mouth. They say, hey, now this is the one do, now this is the right thing. Any move, slam the right letter straight and go knock at the mouth. Because now so in the fight, They get the one they play gumball, they get the one they play up ball. You understand? So if you then they run away from that 84 or 85, then they talk about 80. Now una they fool una self, but una not going for full education community. Una say that person waiting the case you pay, no must hope. Who say we all now they we go all this audio any video we go end ma.
Let us focus on that. There is so much we can get out of that if we focus and be serious for take government to task for make government to do what the point I mean the 80 points they say. But as it is, you know, I know that electoral justice is not a true and clean. For the sake of your family, for the
Now there he say you know I know say electoral justice is not true. So now make now the EU ambassador. It's like I feel like for say the man I think that when you see this video now make you go tweet the reality. Because when I see the man in tweets, he puts on a clear electoral justice. Where I know if I hear communication, the more I can trust them. You understand? But fellow Leoneans, let me go no more. Hey, all man go come on though. I'm not telling you like this. Samura come out they cross this river with any snitch. Samura come out they cross this river with any blasphemers. God they pick the bone from the fish before they enter at the promised land. Yeah? Fellow Leoneans. God they pick the bone from the fish before they enter at the promised land. So make nobody
sake of your children, for the sake of your grandchildren,
yes.
you